Recording has started.
Very warm good morning to all our students, my dear colleagues from all regional chapter offices and students who have joined in us online from various colleges, universities across the country. I, Gitanjali Singh Rathod, welcome you all at this one-day program for the students on the occasion of International Literacy Day on behalf of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. So let's start this program with these powerful words by Sir Nelson Mandela on the occasion of International Literacy Day. Education is the most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. I assure you that you are going to take many learnings from today's program, as the program is a combination of various sessions with different flavors. Our experienced faculties with enriched experience will guide you thoroughly. Today's program we'll start with the inaugural session. Before we start, let me brief you about today's program. We are starting with the inaugural session, followed by motivational session, and thereafter session on academic topic will be there. The last session will be updates related to student services, student activities. Please note that all sessions will be common for all the students. However, last session on updates related to student activities will be exclusively for the students of ICSI. Students, as you are aware that today is International Literacy Day, the main purpose of celebrating this World Literacy Day is to encourage awareness among people about literacy so that everyone knows about their individual and social rights. UNESCO decided to celebrate this day with a goal to remove various social problems including poverty, gender equality, inequality, uncontrolled population growth, etc. So today I would request you all to celebrate this special day with a positive spirit. You can celebrate this day by donating a book, by visiting a library, or by teaching an unfortunate child. We are celebrating this special day by empowering you all. As I said earlier, we'll start this event with the inaugural session, followed by the 3 sessions on different topics. And today we are greatly honored to have with us special guests today. A very warm welcome to all of them. We are privileged to have with us our young, dynamic and innovative Vice President Shri Devendra Deshpande ji, who has taken various initiatives for our students. He has taken various decisions to support our students, sir. We are delighted to have you here amongst us. We are thankful to you that despite your busy schedule, you have agreed to guide us all. We have with us our Secretary of the Institute, Shri Ashish Mohanji. Sir, you are an influential and charismatic leader. Your decision-making ability, energy levels, and hard-working approach has no match. We welcome you, sir. We also have with us Mr. A.K. Shrivastava, Joint Secretary, Directorate of Student Services. Sir needs no introduction as all students know him well. No? Sir has mostly dealt with the students in his stint with ICSI. I once again welcome you all. Our President, sir, could not join due to some exigency. I now request our Vice President, Sir, Shri Devendra Deshpande ji, to address the students on this special day. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, VP, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so there was some connection issue. So first of all, I welcome all the students across India to this inaugural session of one-day program for the students. So this particular program has been planned on a literacy day, on the occasion of Literacy Day. You all must be aware that in 1967, 1966, UNESCO actually decided to celebrate this Literacy Day, and 8 September 1967 was the first International Literacy Day, and it was celebrated for spreading of importance of literacy all across the globe. And as rightly pointed out by Gitanjali ji, wonderful idea she has mooted: gift a book, visit a library, help a person who is in need of education. Yeah, so these are the wonderful thoughts with which we are starting our day. This is a unique program wherein all 72 chapters, so Institute of Company Secretaries of India is an institute having 72 branches or 72 chapters and 4 regions all across India. And all 72 chapters are joining hands for celebrating this particular day and spreading of knowledge, spreading of giving some motivational speech to the students, as well as informing about the activities of student services. So my role today is to just speak to my dear friends, students, young budding company secretaries who would soon be becoming company secretaries and acting as professionals, or even the students who are in college and have not joined company secretaryship so far, but is planning to do some professional degree in years to come. So this is one of the most important day of this year, wherein I am having chance to meet so many people in one go. So let me start with few of the thoughts which come to my mind. So whenever you are deciding your career as a student, you must be guided by few of the things. So who decides your career? First thing is your parents do have certain expectations from you. Your parents might not, or your parents or elderly people might not have achieved something which they want you to achieve. So all these things definitely do happen with us. Your friends would be there who would be doing certain professional course, and you would be also eager to join them, and you don't want to be left out. So you will join a particular professional course. And last but not the least, your gurus and teachers, they will guide you. So presently from 5th September to 11th September, we are honoring all these teachers and gurus across India because we are celebrating Teachers Week. So in these Teachers Week, we are doing faculty development programs and various programs at all the levels, and wherein we are awarding all the teachers and we are talking to all the teachers, giving them updates, practical updates, so that it will reach all the students in its goal. And the last one who decides the career for you is yourself. So I was going through one of the research wherein it is said that every human being, however scholarly person he is, uses only 10% of his brain throughout his life. So 90% of brain is still unutilized or not utilized completely. So it's a chance for all the students at this age. So from the age of say 12 to maybe 28 or 30 is the right age wherein you can put in lot of knowledge, lot of information in your brain, and you can utilize your brain up to the maximum level which is possible. So whenever you decide to do something more, so you are doing your graduation, you are doing your routine education. Alongside that, if you decide to do a professional degree, definitely you are going to use
I guess some network issues there, no? VP sir, you are not audible.
I think there is a connection issue. Just a second. Give me a minute. I'll join using another device.
Right, sir.
Just give me a minute.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Take your time.
So am I audible now?
You are audible, sir. You can continue.
Yeah. So I'm sorry for this technical problem because there is some issues with the network in the office. So these are the things which actually make your career. May it be company secretary, may it be any other profession which you want to pursue. And once you have decided now to go for company secretaryship, you have to set certain goals. You will have to set your goal that, okay, in next 3 years, I'll reach this stage. In next 2.5 years, I'll reach this stage. Next 5 years, I'll be company secretary of a private limited company at least. And I would be starting my own practice, or I would be a professor. So all of the students must be aware that on 18 February 2021, UGC, that is the regulating authority for all the universities in India, has recognized us as postgraduate persons. So company secretaries would be treated as postgraduates, and for doing your PhD or becoming associate professor, this recognition was a very, very important recognition for us. So academic side of our profession has also opened up. So you can be a teacher, you can be a visiting faculty, you can be an associate professor. Alongside, you can be a practicing company secretary or a company secretary in employment. So our profession do have a beautiful future to for the students, and you will definitely be benefited of this profession. As company secretary or as a student of this profession or any other profession, you must have three things with you. This is something which I always share with all the students. One is knowledge, skill, and visibility. Knowledge comes from the textbooks which you read. It comes from the academic section, and it comes from the syllabus which has been modules which you must be having. So it comes from that, and you will gain knowledge. It is not very difficult to gain knowledge because you read, you understand, and you interpret. So that will bring you the knowledge. Next is skills. So how to use your knowledge into practical aspect will be decided by the skill sets which you have. So the workshop which you attend, the training programs which you attend. So we do have ODOP, pre-entrance test, then EDP, physical EDP, online EDP, so many training programs institute conducts for their students just to make them skillful, just to make them able to utilize their knowledge for the practical purposes. And the last but not the least is about the visibility. So once you have the knowledge, once you have the skills, it is time for you to make it visible. So the soft skills which you have, the your ability to showcase what you have will be given by the visibility. So you must have all these three aspects of career, and you must try to achieve that knowledge, skill, and visibility. So in this process, you need to understand that there is a 3-year or a 5-year formula which is followed by all the students, or which should be followed by all the students. These days, 90% of the knowledge comes from WhatsApp or Telegram or social media. So we tend to follow that university or any other university, but that is not the truth. Before you send that forward button or share button, you need to understand whether that information which you are sharing is true or not. So now there will be a lot of distractions, and they are really attractive. I can tell you, even professionals like me, I have been in the field of company secretaryship for last 20 years now, and still today also I feel that okay, that WhatsApp is very attractive, Instagram is very attractive. Even my daughter talks to me and says that okay, that this Instagram reel is really attractive, and it eats up your time. You only have 24 hours, out of which 8 hours are gone with the sleep, 3 hours for your routine activities, 8 hours in office, so left out with very little time in your life. So don't spend on these distractions. You have a ability, you need to have the choice between two things. Yeah, work really hard for next 3 to 5 years and have a wonderful life with lot of enjoyment rest of your life. Or you just enjoy for next 3 to 5 years, don't push yourself, and then struggle for rest of your life. So the choice is yours. At the end, you must have work-life balance, and that you should not do it right now. As at student age, you should think about work more than enjoyment. The enjoyment will definitely come after 3 to 5 years of hard work. And this COVID has already taught us so many things. Yeah, we got to know that okay, there are so many extra things which you were doing, which were not necessary for your living being, or which were not necessary for your entire career as a company secretary or any other profession. So I think these are the thoughts which I wanted to share with you, that as a professional student or as a student of any university, these things you should adhere to and you should follow, so that you will have a wonderful career. It is not all about getting the marks. It's not all about getting the ranks, but it is, see, even I failed in my examination. Let me tell you, in the CS examination, I had failed once in executive, twice in my professional. So failures are just a step, one step in the entire journey of your career. So don't get disheartened by the failures or the less marks which you get. But once you become company secretary, definitely there is a huge scope for you to go ahead. Now, in this journey, I must tell you that this year has been a year of various decisions which we have taken at the institute. I will just take 5 to 7 minutes to let you know what kind of decisions we have taken. And Institute of Company Secretaries of India is always they always stand by their students. So we believe at the institute that students are the biggest pillar of our institute. And if students are with us, if students are happy with the institute, definitely the institute work will go on very smoothly. And we have taken certain decisions this year for the benefit of students on the basis of feedbacks which we are receiving from the students. And I'm really happy to note that even the social media like Twitter and all those things, we are getting positive response. So publicly also students are speaking positive about the initiatives taken by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. I will tell you that the new training structure started this year on 3rd February 2021. And on the same day, we had one webinar to inform all the students that how the new training structure will have effect, what are the questions which were raised by the students were answered by AK Srivastava ji. Even the secretary ICSI was present, even the president was present. So even president took that time to talk to the students and solve their questions. And we were like personally looking at all the questions which were raised by the students in respect of that training structure. And that really started our year of joining hands with the students, giving them a handhold so that they will come up and they will like our institute's approach. So this actually changed the entire structure of our institute. We have already celebrated 7 Samadhan Divas. So this is a new concept which was brought in this year, wherein we every month we have one day dedicated for solving queries online for the students. And I'm really happy that every time we are receiving a lot of queries, like 80 to 90 queries, and they are getting solved. So even tomorrow we are having one celebration of Samadhan Divas. So 8 Samadhan Divas we will be having tomorrow. And in that also I'll be speaking to a few of the students and understand their queries and problems. And then we will be able to solve their queries online itself. Then academic query solving sessions. So bi-monthly we are having our academic officers or outsiders. And outsiders are also like people who come from industry. So vice president of Reliance Industries or Mahindra and Mahindra, these are the people who come to talk to the students. They deliver their sessions. They will let know the students what is going on in the market, so that our students are not left behind. So that is the main purpose of basically talking to the students. So academic query solving sessions, the study circle meets for the students have been also organized for knowledge updation. There are a lot of online sessions which are available. Last year, we did a lot of crash courses for the examination, short-term courses like 5 to 10 sessions for each of the subject. And they were really appreciated by the students. All those sessions are readily available in your LMS or on YouTube also. So you can definitely go for the revision of your subjects. I know the exams are now over, and we should not talk about the revisions as of now, because you all must be aware that from 10th to 20th of August we conducted our examination, and I must tell you that it was one of the difficult situation, because even in our examination committee there were few of the employees who had undergone this COVID, and it was really a difficult situation for ICSI also to conduct the examination. But I'm really happy to note, and I must appreciate here publicly, that in this entire COVID situation we were required to skip only one examination. All other examinations we have held may be delayed, but we have held all the examinations. So there are three stages: CS, EET, executive and professional. So CS, EET, we have done it available to do it from home, so in proctored mode. So that was appreciated by all the students. And professional and executive, we have conducted the physical examination. So earlier there were 150 centers, we have increased it to 250 for the sake of safety of the students. So I must appreciate the efforts of examination committee also, and the student services also. They have really worked hard for giving you the opportunity to attend the examinations. I'm really happy that there were no cases against ICSI for the examination, and everything has went on very smoothly. In respect of examination, which was held from 10th August to 20th August, I must tell you that your examination committee again is working very hard with student services to declare your results as soon as possible. Yeah, so we are hopeful that in the month of October, first week, second week of October, we will be able, this is not a formal announcement, we will be definitely doing a formal announcement, but we are going to announce the results for the October. And for that also, we have increased the paper checker. So if there were 10 paper checkers for one paper, we have increased it to 20. So this is just to give maximum benefit to the students, and with a view that in December, we will be again holding the exams as per schedule. So on 21st of December, we will be starting our examinations, even though we have lost 2 months here from June exam to August exam. Still, we will not disturb the December attempt. So that is a view, or that is an attitude of the institute towards the students. We will be providing you 15 days window for enrolling for the next examination in normal fees, and 7 days window for additional fees. So this is all about examination. We are with you, so students don't need to panic, don't need to, we have already extended the old syllabus for one session, so don't need to panic. Attend your exams peacefully, and definitely I am sure that there will be successful company secretaries coming up. In addition to that, let me tell you that 2-3 initiatives we have taken. One is we have relaxed the pre-entrance test and ODOP for the June attempt for the students, so that they can appear without going through the pre-entrance test and ODOP before the examination. So this relaxation was extended. Even the EDP related relaxations we have extended, because there was a physical EDP requirement and online EDP requirement. So we have given 15 days online EDP relaxation to the students, so that they can attend the entire 30 days online due to COVID. This was a specific exemption for this particular time. We have also announced one very important decision, that the students who want to register for executive program, and due to COVID, if they have lost any one of their parents, then institute will not take any registration fees from these such students. So we are trying to help these students to get registered in the CS executive without paying even a single rupee. So this is the extension which has been given. And one more decision which actually had changed a lot of fortunes for a lot of students, that CSEET is not now compulsory for the graduate student with 50% of marks and for postgraduate students. So they can directly enroll themselves for the executive by paying the exemption fees and executive registration fees. So these are few decisions which we have taken, and I must tell you that we all are with students. So I'm just getting this feel that all students are listening to me, and even though it is in online mode, but I can feel that all students are getting connected to the ICSI. And in case of any queries, any doubts, our directorates like AK Srivastavaji, I remember him because when I was a student, he was handling the student services. So our student services base is very, very strong and deep. And I know Gitanjali ji, she is also working very hard for giving back to the students, and students are really happy with the performance which we are doing. And in case of any difficulty, we are open for any feedback, suggestions, and we will definitely take that feedback. We may not reply immediately on email, but don't worry, we would be considering the suggestions which would be given by the students. So, on the occasion of Literacy Day, let me thank everyone for joining. And this is a unique program wherein all 72 chapters are involved. And I hope that this program goes on very well. And all the best to all the students for your results and for the professional career. Thank you very much. Gitanjali, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an elaborative address. That was indeed amazing. No, thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day. You have been a constant support for us and for our students also. Thank you very much. Now I request our secretary, sir, Mr. Ashish Mohanji, to address our students. We welcome you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Gitanjali ji. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Respected Vice President of the Institute, Devendra Deshpande ji, AK Srivastava ji, Gitanjali ji, and all others from the Institute, and very warm good morning to all the students, CS students and all the other students joining, all the future CS students here joining this webinar live today. A very warm welcome to all of you, and on this occasion of International Literacy Day, I greet all of you. As already Vice President has very elaborately spelled out the kind of initiatives under the leadership of the President and Vice President they have took this year, and also in the coming years which they are going to take. It has been a very, very student-friendly institute as far as I can observe, and I've seen under their leadership a lot of initiatives have been taken. I'm almost sure that in the days to come more such initiatives would be taken. Really thank you, Vice President and the entire council for being a support for supporting the entire student community during these tough times. Dear students, as all of you are aware that today is an International Literacy Day. This day has been marked by UNESCO. This day holds a lot of significance because this day, marking Literacy Day, is somewhat like, it can be connected to the human rights. It's about the dignity of a person. Literacy is directly related to how individual understand his rights, his basic rights, his human rights. From the human rights comes the fundamental rights. So basically the natural rights come when a person is born. He has a lot of opportunities available. So these ultimately comes into the form of natural rights. Natural rights takes shape of fundamental rights, and from fundamental rights, human rights are also related. So a person has to understand first what are his rights. So literacy somewhere down the line, it's very, very important for people to be literate, to understand the basic things, basic rights which are available as a human being to him. Over centuries, we have seen how human beings have been exploited. These exploitation we still see. Now, even if you switch on your news channels today, also you see what kind of exploitation are still taking place. There is a lot of, a lot of issues with regard to racism, a lot of issues with regard to gender issues still going on. Very, very wide. These are all somewhere connected with regard to how people are not literate, or even if being literate, not educated enough to understand the human life values. So as students, we should understand that the education is not about just getting some kind of a degree or a qualification. It's about gaining knowledge. It is about understanding the situation. See, everybody is born. Everybody may not be born with equal talent, but at least everybody should be have the opportunity to exploit the resources available, to take opportunities of the systems and the facilities available. So literacy is very important as far as the development of basic human values are concerned. As we say about all these things, Vice President has rightly pointed out for the students, literacy, we have to take one step further. We have to also think about professional education. In India, the figures which are right today, which are available today with me is like 88.78% to be precise, maybe a few months back, are literate. It's a literate population. So we are doing much better than we were. And maybe in another 2 decades, we will have a totally literate country. We will be totally literate country. And this will bring a lot of changes, a lot of revolution when people start becoming aware of their rights. Now, as all of you are aware that the basic education rights which were there, that were there in our directive principles of state policy, to be precise in 45, it was written that provision for early childhood care and education to children below the age of 6 years. Through that, during the time of our legendary Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji's time, this particular provision has been brought back into the fundamental rights under 21A of the Constitution, and which now speaks about right to education, which says that as all of you, it's a 6 to 14 years of age students, it becomes a fundamental right for every child to get educated. But even having this particular constitutional right, fundamental right in our constitution, you still see how these things are being blatantly violated. In the industries we see, in the hotels we see, we visit many places, we take food, we see how blatantly these things are being violated. So education is not just all the students getting some degree and going back and getting some work. Education is about bringing reforms into the society. When you become educated, you become literate, the transformation you can bring, communication you can provide to these unprivileged people to just fight for their rights, bring out. As again, when you say about all these things, right from 1982, I think it was 82 when Delhi Asiad Games happened. At that point of time, lot of these young children below the age of 14 were exploited like anything. Supreme Court took upon itself as a public interest litigation part and passed an order that these are violation of fundamental rights. So basically, when we say about all this, if you read the constitution, you see 21, 22, 23 and all says all about these exploitation, all about the using of force, exploitation against the unprivileged section of the society, including using of the young children, students and all, who, I'm not saying students because they are not as students, they are being exploited like anything. So as professionals, now when you take up company secretaryship course, you take up other courses in the universities, you develop yourself and become professionals and later on become having good careers in your life. You will see that you by yourself bring transformation in the society. That may be your passing on of your knowledge, you may be educating a lot of people. So there is a lot of responsibility on the professional. It's not just about being a company secretary or being any other professional sitting in any position. When you become a company secretary in a very big company, you will have these challenges. You will face that in your factory, in your industry itself. You will see sometimes children are being used for as a workforce and all. That is the time when you as a professional are expected to come in and play your role. You are expected to be part of this nation building process. So as a whole, because I am saying all these things because Vice President has already spoken a lot about the profession and the way forward for our profession. So I also, in agreement to his views, would suggest all the students to start putting in a lot of efforts during your academic studies during these times, because it is during these 3 years, 4 years, the effort which you put in would lead to you in a very successful career ahead. Not that you have to stop studying after this. We all are studying even daily basis now, but the efforts which you are going to put in right now, forget about what has happened in the past. Like Vice President has said, failures may be there. You may not have got great marks in your 10th standard, 12th standard, in your degree. Forget all those things. Even if you have got great marks, you have been rank holders, and if you don't study now, there is no use of those ranks. So this is during these times which you have to put in a lot of efforts, and I can assure you there's a wonderful career waiting you if you are going to take up the CS course, or for that matter any other course, because I am saying about the ICSI course and the CS profession because we are all part of that, so we can vouch for it. It's a wonderful career awaiting you, and a lot of opportunities are there. India is growing. The kind of industries coming in, the small scale sector, the MSME sector growing in, a lot of business opportunities being there. So I am sure in the next 2 decades, India is going to be a highly developed nation. We are moving out of that developing economy to the developed version now. With the literacy rates already touching near 90%, it's hardly a matter of time. We will see that lot of these problems with regard to the kind of issues which mainly literacy is the main factor why a lot of backwardness is there in many of the areas. Though all these things will slowly change, and students are in a position to transform the society, because you are going to be the generation next of this country. You have the power to transform and develop this economy. So I wish all of you a great successful career ahead, and I would love to see all of you seeing all of you in great positions and serving the country ahead. Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, sir, for your wonderful words and for encouraging the students. That was indeed motivational. You have touched upon important aspects of literacy also. That was really wonderful. Thank you, sir, once again. I now request Mr. A.K. Srivastava, sir, Joint Secretary, Student Services, to give concluding remarks and also extend vote of thanks. Srivastava, sir, over to you.
Thank you, Gitanjali. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Our students are really privileged that today they have got the word of wisdom from our Vice President ICSI and Secretary ICSI. Very, very nicely they have given the very practical tip to our student. It is a brilliant idea to organize the program for the students across the country simultaneously. I am happy to announce all that today at this point, across the country simultaneously at all 4 regional councils and all 72 chapters, we are conducting this program. We are touching the students of across the country simultaneously at the same time. Over and above that, when we conceptualize this idea that we will organize a program for students on this particular day of International Literacy Day, VP sir gave his brilliant idea that let's add the students of other universities and colleges also. Let's invite them on this forum so that they also get the chance to participate in such a beautiful webinar. They also get benefited by the words of wisdom and the education and everything which will be imparted through this platform. So I'm happy to announce that Lot of students of other universities and colleges are also joining this program today and this program. This is VP sir, it's your wonderful idea, and this is paying today, and we are happy that we are organizing such a big program across the country. Since it's a initiative, organizing the program on International Literacy Day, as our honorary speakers have already informed you, it's a day decided by UNESCO. This is the focus is spreading the education to the underprivileged, to the society which is not having the access to the formal education. Let us pledge, our students, let us pledge that on this particular day, if you can help at least one student in your nearby area, in your society, in your colony, in your locality, mohalla where you are staying, if you can touch only one student by helping him by books or by teaching him something which will be valuable for his future life and career, literally you are giving a contribution to the nation on this occasion of International Literacy Day. At the initial talk of Madam Gitanjali has suggested you can donate the books, you can visit the library, you can teach or touch any student who is underprivileged, who is not having access to the education. VP sir told that human brain is such a brilliant machine created by God, and the total, you can say the server installed in your brain, only 10% is used, 90% is not used. So students, you are having the potential to do the miracle. Please take my words, still your best is to come, not yet come. You have tremendous potential, your 90% capacity is not yet utilized. You are young, you are dynamic, you are having time when you are going to shine. Friends, age is immaterial. At 52, Mr. Barack Obama has retired. At the age of 70, Mr. Biden has started. So you don't know at what age you are going to create the miracle. When the lot of film stars at the age of 25, 30, 35, they stop getting the offers, they stop getting the roles. So at the age of 35, maximum 40, they are retiring. But Boman Irani started at 50. Before 50, who knows Boman Irani? But after 50, his career is taking another leap. So friends, please take my words, your best are still to come. You have lot of potential. Please focus yourself. Secretary sir was saying that no, education means bringing reform to society. It's not reading the books. It's not cramming the section and classes. It's like by education gain the knowledge and then understand the situation and then bring reform in the society. If you can be a tool, if you can be a means to bring some reform in society, if because of you there is change in somebody's life, even if one life you can change with your touch, with your reform, with your contribution, that is education. That is real education. Secretary sir was saying that right to education has been brought under the fundamental right under Constitution. And because of this, there are a lot of emphasis on education. And because of this, we are nearly touching the 90% literacy rate. We are at the finishing line only. Hardly 10-20%, then your India is going to be a 100% literate. Secretary sir was saying that marks, how much you have got, that is immaterial. Let me explain this with example. You are a professional. Our students, when you are going to appear in the examination, sometimes you require 1 attempt, sometimes you require 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts to qualify the CS examination. But one beautiful thing is that when you get the final mark sheet, final membership certificate, it is nowhere written on that certificate, ACS membership certificate, that you have taken 8 attempts to qualify. You have taken 10 attempts to qualify. Nobody knows. Once you are a professional, you are a professional. So, suppose you are not very good when you are in class 10. You are not very good when you are in class 12. Because of any circumstances, somebody was sick in your family, you are not having the right information, you are not having the right tuition, could not afford because of financial crisis, you could not take the private tuitions and all, and you could not get the 90 plus marks in class 12. Hardly makes any difference. If today you are determined, and today you are giving your best, and if you could qualify, you will become a professional. Tomorrow when you will start performing as a professional, nobody is going to ask you that how much percentage of marks you got in class 12. When you enter in a doctor's chamber for diagnosis, for consultation, we go by his experience, how much he is having expertise, how good he is in diagnosis of the disease, how expert he is in surgery. And accordingly we select the doctor and we take his appointment. Do we enter in the doctor's chamber and ask, how much percentage you got in class 12? Tell me. Were you topper in MBBS? Then only I'll consult you. Do we ask? No. A doctor is known by his expertise, knowledge. Similarly, a professional is known by your expertise, knowledge. So this degree can take you to the height. I can quote several examples when a person having single qualification FCS and he is sitting at the helm of the affairs. They are sitting in the boards. They have reached up to the level of CMD. You can attain the height of qualification, height of career after having this qualification. Only thing you have to determine and you have to give your best. Even if your past education record is not very, very attractive, but if today you are giving your best and if tomorrow you are going to become a professional, you can do miracle. And you can contribute to the nation by your services. This 5 year, if you qualify all examination in first attempt, you give one exam, pass. Next attempt, pass. Next attempt, pass. Then maximum 3 years time is required to complete the entire qualification. Suppose you are not that type of brilliant. You cannot qualify in one attempt towards very first attempt you are not able to qualify. You require 2 attempts, 3 attempts. Then what will matter? You'll qualify at 4.5 years, 5 years. That's all. You add 5 years in your age. If you have started at the age of 20, hardly at the age of 24 or 25, 24 and a half. Maximum 26, you will be a company secretary, you will be a professional. You roam around in your society, in your nearby area, and you find still people of 25, 26 years age, there will be a lot of unemployed people. And when you get this qualification, you will be having 100% assured career in your hand. This 5 years is going to define how you are going to spend your next 50 years. This 5 years is going to define how strong is your foundation, and this is going to define how you are going to spend your next 50 years. चींटियों का दो दल था. There were no 2 groups of ants. You know nature of these ants? They store the food for the eventualities in future. Tomorrow when there will be rain, then for that period they have already stored the food. There were two group of ants. One was storing the food for the future. After a few months, when rain started, another group which was not storing, they were roaming around, rushing here and there. There's no food, what to do? Then they came back to the previous one and asked for some food. They asked, what you are doing when we were working? He said, we are enjoying. Okay, then dance. Now it's time. Now dance. At the time of when you are supposed to study, you are not studying. You are roaming, you are wasting your time. Then at the time of when you are supposed to earn, when you are supposed to give the livelihood, when you are in stage of having the responsibility of your family, then you don't have money because that time you didn't spend it. It's spent in education. Friends, God helps those who help themselves. First, you have to be serious about yourself. Start investing. Then suddenly God will also help you. There was one person, everybody is going in the temple and crying, Bhagwan meri lottery nikal de, Bhagwan meri lottery nikal de, please give me lottery. Every day going in the temple and crying, Bhagwan meri lottery nikal de, please give me lottery. मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम, मेरे को वो प्रॉब्लम, दिस फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस, दैट फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस, गिव मी लॉटरी, वन लॉटरी प्लीज. After few days, Bhagwan was fed up. Then there was Akashvani in the temple. अरे भाई टिकट तो खरीद ले. You have to purchase the lottery ticket. Then only God is going to help you so that you get a lottery. टिकट खरीद नहीं रहे. भगवान के सामने पहुंचे, भगवान मेरी लॉटरी निकाल दे, भगवान मेरी लॉटरी निकाल दे. You have to put some efforts. If you will put the efforts, then only God will also help you. And then, so first is you. You have to put your effort. And only after that, everything will be in your favor. And finally, if you have put your effort, best efforts, and this 5 years you have invested wisely, prepared yourself, then I take guarantee, next 50 years you are going to enjoy the luxury. Everything you will be getting because of this qualification. This qualification will provide you everything. You will be height of the career and all respect, honor, money, its byproduct. Once you are having the right knowledge, right qualification, just everything will follow you. Since lot of students of other universities and colleges are also joining this program, I'll conclude my session with two information. One, dear students, if you know anybody in your nearby area where any child is suffering, he is in financial crisis because the earning member of his family is no more. We have seen last 2 months back, there was a COVID crisis across the country and lot of students, they have lost their parents. Institute has taken the initiative and one step further, not only COVID, because of any reason, if there is any child who has lost his parent, either mother or father, he can take direct admission in executive program of institute free of cost, 100% waiver. From 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2022. Please guide, if anybody, any needy student is there in your nearby area, he is willing to study, but because of unfortunate incident in the family, there is a financial crisis, you can inform them, please take the opportunity, institute is there, institute is extending the helping hand. Second thing, Earlier, everybody was required to pass the company secretary executive entrance test to take admission in CS executive program. But recently there is a change in the rule. Now the graduates who are having 50% marks of any university of any discipline and a postgraduate without any percentage of marks criteria. PG means all PG. From any discipline, from any university, they can take direct admission in CS executive program. Entrance CSEET, entrance test is exempted for them. These are the two information I wanted to share with the students who are non-company secretaryship, students of other colleges and universities. You can spread this information. With these few words, I'd like to close my session, but before closing it, I'd like to offer my heartiest thanks to our Honorable Vice President, sir. I know I'm in touch with him. He was very busy, but in spite of his busy schedule, he has spared some time and graced this occasion. He has addressed our students and gave his word of wisdom. I'm also thankful to our secretary, sir, because he's also having very tight schedule. Yesterday itself I was sitting with him and I know his very tight schedule, but still he has also spare time. He made it a point that, okay, I'll come and address the students. I'm really thankful to Vice VP sir and Secretary sir. And thank you very much, my earlier students, for joining this program. Be connected whole day today. Immediately after inaugural session, we'll be having a technical session on motivational session. After that, we'll be having a academic session. And at the end of the day, we are having the special session for CS students on latest developments in academic field, training department and student services department. So you are having a power-packed full day program today. Please be connected whole day and you are going to learn today lot of new things for your upcoming career. Last but not least, my special thanks to Madam Gitanjali Rathore for conducting the program so nicely. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks, sir, for your amazing, wonderful words. As always, I am sure students are highly motivated now. The speech of Vice President, sir, was indeed motivational. Then Secretary, sir, and Srivastava, sir, आप सबने जान डाल दी इस प्रोग्राम में. It is indeed a wonderful program. So that concludes our inaugural session. I once again thank VP sir for sparing his valuable time, Secretary sir, Srivastava sir, and all our dear students and students from various colleges and universities. I would also like to thank all our regional chapter offices and managing committee members for organizing this program uniformly across the country. I am delighted to inform once again that all our regional and chapter offices are organizing this program. I now request students to join next lined up sessions. Links have already been shared with all of you. Thanks students and good luck to all CS students who have appeared in examinations held in the month of August. Thank you very much.